Hi, everyone. I'm here with Carol Lovett from ditchthewheat.com. Hi, Carol.
Hi.
Hi, that's perfect. And first thing I want to ask you, Carol, for myself and for our viewers is a little about yourself and how you got started on this idea of ditching the wheat.
Well, Jim, I got started because I was in my doctor's office
Yes.
and I was being treated for vertigo problems. And my doctor noticed that I was putting on too much weight and he asked me to go on a diet.
Yes.
And what happened was he asked me to go on a low carb diet. So I did what I thought was eating low carb. I switched bread for like whole wheat wraps
Yeah.
and I came back and I weighed more. And then finally he said, just stop eating wheat. And before that, I was complaining about stomach pain. And as soon as I made that change, I came back to him and said, I don't have any stomach pains, I'm losing weight, and it's really easy.
Yeah, and it all came from ditching the wheat. Now, did you have trouble at the start getting away from like bread and pastry and pasta and that stuff, or was it kind of easy? How did that go for you?
It was easy. I actually did it at Christmas time, over Christmas, like
Wow.
Christmas Day. Um, I gave myself the rule of following the diet 90% of the time and
Uh-huh.
then 10% do whatever I want until basically New Year's Day. That's when I went 100%.
Wow. That's fantastic. Is your and how did you do it? Willpower. Remind yourself. So that's a great story. This is not typical for people just to say, "Okay, I'm quitting over Christmas," and then do it. So, I'd be interested to know if you had any tips or tricks.
I honestly found it very easy and just I think the easiest thing to do is let your family and friends know.
Uh-huh.
Um, don't tempt me. Just come to a party prepared. Recently, my family had their 40th wedding anniversary, and we they had cake, and I made sure that I had a dessert that I could eat, which was strawberries. I could have made a low carb cake, but I just like strawberries, so
Yeah.
just do stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Perfect. I think just straight strawberries are better than strawberry cake myself. Is there any one turning point or thing that really made a difference when you first really noticed that ditching the wheat was working for you and getting rid of grains, or is some some something in your that as you noticed as you went along that was really good? You know what I'm saying? When
um,
did you first
I
really
noticed
notice that
that
it was helping it you? Yeah.
I noticed within the first 4 weeks I
Uh-huh.
had energy. Before I would sleep and sleep and sleep all day long, and now I sleep like 6 hours and I'm energetic usually. I have control over what I eat for the first time. Before I was constantly hungry
Uh-huh.
and craving food, and I was just snacking all the time. And I thought that was normal.
Uh-huh.
And now I don't I don't crave food like I did before. I have control over it.
So ditching the wheat actually helped you with all kinds of stuff, like and no food cravings, and you felt you had control, and that's really interesting. I think a lot of people notice that because you don't realize that the wheat gives you that big sugar burst, which makes your blood sugar go up and down, right? And so you have more. Wow, that's great. That is a great insight. And now tell us about your blog, ditchthewheat.com. Why did you start it? What's going on there? And why should someone come visit your blog?
I started my blog basically at my 1 year anniversary of eating low carb, gluten free, and I started because I was so in love with all the other blogs I was reading to give me recipe ideas. Because it's a whole new lifestyle,
Uh-huh.
and I thought I can do this. I can write a couple of posts a week, and I actually started reading this blog that taught you how to write for a food blog, and it's
Uh-huh.
called Will Write for Food or something like that. .com. It's
I
really
don't
good.
know. It sounds hilarious.
Um, So I started reading up on how to write about food topics because I come from a business background, so I only know how to write marketing reports. Um, and I just started photographing my food
Uh-huh.
and writing about it.
Great. And so if you could now put on your marketing hat just for a minute, if you could, let's talk to the viewers now. What's the biggest reason why viewers should come to your blog? Because I like it, but why should somebody come to your blog, and what will they get from it?
I offer amazing recipes that are very simple. They don't require expensive ingredients unless I'm using lobster.
Yeah.
They're very simple. They're I've they're just simple to make. You don't need to know how to cook to make what I make. And it's all free. And not only do I offer recipes, I make it a lifestyle blog. So I offer book reviews, recipes. I talk about what's going on in your life that you could relate to.
Exactly. Thank you very much. So, folks, look at the link down below. It says ditchthewheat.com. This is Carol Lovett and Jim Arthur from Paleo Diet News saying thank